BestBookBits.com presents 50 Words to Your Dreams, Chapter 25, Habit. Do you want to know how to manifest your dreams? Do you want to know the simple, straightforward, no bullshit path to take your dream out of your head into reality? This 50-chapter video series titled 50 Words to Your Dreams has the answers. Researched for over 10 years and compiled into video, written and audio format for easy consumption, this series will empower you with the know-how and tools you need to manifest your dreams into reality. Created by myself, the founder of BestBookBits.com, this series is a wealth of knowledge condensed down into 50 bite-sized pieces. So without further ado, I bring you Chapter 25 of 50 of the series, 50 Words to Your Dreams, Habit. Habits are anything we do repeatedly, consciously or unconsciously. What makes us all unique is the habits we develop over time. You run the day mostly by your unconscious habits, from getting up at the same time, to thinking the same thoughts, showering the same way, to eating the same foods, to going to the same job, doing the same menial tasks day in and day out, to watching the same shows, to having the same conversations, to holidaying at the same places. We are all creatures of habit, and over time hardwire ourselves to follow the same repeated patterns of behavior, just like a stylus on a record player goes around the grooves on a vinyl record. Take a moment to stop, think and write down just how many things you do throughout a typical day that is habitual, from the time you wake up to the foods you eat to what you do to how you talk, what you think about. Write down and notice how over time you have hardwired yourself to do what is comfortable and easy. The best way to develop self-awareness of yourself is to use a journal every day and write out your day. Do this for as little as a few weeks and you will clearly see your life massively dictated by your daily habits. Self-awareness is the next best thing to self-coaching. Understand yourself first before you try to change your habits. Know which habits are not serving you and replace them with habits that will automate your life to success. We first build good habits and then let the good habits build us. Winning habits to cultivate. From studying the most successful people on the planet, I've found that most of them have cultivated very similar winning habits that help them take them to the top of their chosen fields. Developing any new habit takes some adjustment at the start if it's something you don't do often, but with persistence and repetition, you can make any new habit easy and enjoyable over time. The 5 top most common habits successful people share. Number 1, working out. Successful people understand the importance of keeping their body in top shape. From eating good and exercising the body, the more you look after your body, the body will look after you. Keeping your body fit and healthy is number 1 requirement of successful people. To give them the energy needed for their high performance life, start to cultivate the habit of looking after yourself through eating the healthy foods and working out, so your body can give you the energy you need to fulfill your dreams. Health is wealth. 2. The second winning habit that successful people have in common is an unbelievable obsession in improving their intelligence, getting smarter and sharpening their mind through books, video, audio experiences, and networking with other intelligent people is what successful people do. Leaders are readers, and your network is your net worth. Cultivate the same obsession in improving your intelligence through other people's writings and experiences. It's never been easier to get smarter with books, audio, and video at the tip of your fingers. You have no excuse. Number 3, the third common winning habit that most successful people have in common is having clear written goals with deadlines. Studies show time and again this simple small habit of setting personal, clear written goals puts you in the top 5% of people on the planet. Unbelievably, 95% of people don't have personal, clear written goals for their life. They are going through life with their fingers crossed. Join the 5% crowd and cultivate the habit of setting goals for your days, weeks, months, years, decades, and life. You have this one life. Go out there and do something special with it. Become the best version of yourself. 4. The fourth successful habit winners have in common is working on the most important task at hand every day. Focus on the 20% of activities that will give you 80% of the results is what successful people concentrate on, not the other way around like most people do. Eating that big frog every day, not the tadpoles. Doing the difficult, not the easy. This is what makes the difference between people who hit and achieve goals versus people who cross their fingers and wish their way through life. Identify what will move the needle forward every day and get it done. 5. The fifth most successful habit winners have in common is the ability to persist in the face of adversity and defeat. You don't know the names of the countless number of people who gave up the fight to see their dreams become a reality. Look at any successful, well-known person and see the common trait of persistence in the face of adversity and defeat. Adversity and defeat might knock them down, but not knock them out. Might push them off course, but never out of the race. Develop the ability to persist in spite of circumstances and never give up on your dreams. Reset every day, work hard, and push forward. If you begin to follow the habits above from working out, eating right, educating yourself daily, writing out your goals, working on the important tasks, and persisting until you are well on your way to seeing your dreams become a reality. Quotes on habit. 95% of our behavior, feelings, and response is habitual. A bad habit is nothing more than a mistake repeated. A habit is something you can do without thinking, which is why most of us have so many of them. A nail is driven out by another nail. Habit is overcome by habit. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all our behavior is habitual. All habits are learned, and they can therefore be unlearned. Bad habits are easy to form, but hard to live with. Good habits are hard to form, but easy to live with. Your job is to form good habits and make them your masters. Basic unit of change is the habit, because what we do or think about all the time makes us who we are and become the lens through which we see things. Both success and failure are largely the result of habit. Build as many positive habits into your life as possible. Chains of habits are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Curious things habits, people themselves never knew they had them. Every action is self-perpetuating. Every thought is self-perpetuating. Once you cooperate with it, you are giving energy to it. Sooner or later, it will become habitual. You will do it and not be the doer. You will do it just because of the force of habit. Every day you get a chance to make new habits and change old ones. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. For it's another of nature's laws that only a habit can subdue another habit. Habit patterns and ways of thinking become deeply established, and it seems easier and more comforting to follow them to cope with change, even when change may represent freedom and achievement. Habits are like a cable. We weave a strand of it every day, and soon it cannot be broken. Habits are one of the critical components in life of every person alive today. The problem is that habits can be good or bad, constructive or destructive, positive or negative, encouraging or discouraging. Healthy habits are learned in the same way as unhealthy ones through practice. In changing bad habits, you don't pay the price, you enjoy the benefits. It takes an adult between 14 and 21 days to develop a new habit of thought, a new neural groove in the brain. Men's that carry them far apart. Motivation gets you going, but habit gets you there. Our character basically is a composite of our habits. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. The maximum goes. Habits are powerful factors in our lives because they are consistent, often unconscious patterns. They constantly, daily express our character and produce our effectiveness or ineffectiveness. Ritual is obsession in motion. Ritual is obsession in motion. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. The beauty and curse of habits is that once they are formed, they are hard to break. Consciously pursuing great habits consistently will click you into the autopilot on the path to greatness. The best ways to form the right habits is to do something you know you should be doing every day. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, the more competent and confident you become, and the work becomes steadily better. Also, the more you do, the more ideas you get for future work. The successful person has the habit of doing the things failures don't like to do. There is no influence like the influence of habit. There is no point of compromise between a man and his habits. Either he controls his habits or his habits control him. The successful man, understanding this truth, forces himself to build the sort of habits by which he is willing to be controlled. We are slaves on the treadmill of our habits. We first make our habits and then our habits make us. Whatever your present situation, I assure you that you are not your habits. You can replace the old patterns of self-defeating behavior with new patterns and new habits of effectiveness, happiness, and trust-based relationships. When the action is repeatedly regularly over a period of time, it will lead you to behavioral change. Behavioral change leads to habit formation. When your intention beats habit, you win the game of life. You live through the habit. That means that the habit lives basically through you. The habit itself persists. It has an energy of its own. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success routine. And that's a wrap on 50 Words to Your Dreams, Chapter 25, Habit. Let me know your thoughts on Chapter 25. If you need some help in achieving your goals, email me and I will assist you for free to help you achieve at coaching@bestbookbits.com. For hundreds of video, written and audio book summaries, check out our website, bestbookbits.com, and stay tuned for Chapter 26 in the series, Change. Thanks for watching and listening. Go out there and change your habits.